Hi, I'm Mike Morales. You're watching Tequila Aficionado on all of our platforms. We are here with David Reyes of Tequila David Reyes and Paul the importer, Paul Juan. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep mangling. It's like, I mangle my name too. But this is going to be very interesting. David is going to walk us through a tasting of the brand new batch, the new vintage of David Reyes. Now, just to qualify this, we're doing this in a hotel day before the El Cholo tasting. We don't have the proper glassware. We're doing this at room temperature. These water glasses are what we have in here, so we're gonna give you the disclaimer right now that this is what we have to work with, but we're gonna work with it. And David's going to lead us through. So David, why don't you grab your bottle? You tell us if we were at your house at the distillery, how would you walk us through?
Okay, Mike. What I like to do, I like everybody take a look at my label, and then I give it this little number here, and I just kind of shake so they can see these oxygen bubbles in my tequila. I didn't get a good one because I was afraid that.
You can see it right here in the picture too. That's an actual effect.
So this is the only tequila that I make. I call this virgin.
Okay.
Okay. I distill it one time. We proof it. Second distillation. That's it. We go right to bottling packaging. Paul, would you like to serve this? Then I'm going to show everybody out there how you should look at your tequila before consuming it.
Okay. And naturally, we have probably mariachi music in the background, and we have some proper coñaqueras.
If you're with me, we've got it.
But since we're not at the distillery right now, we're gonna wing it with what we have.
But we do have the most important thing.
Yeah, we've got Tequila.
We have Tequila David Reyes.
And we have David Reyes himself. So now, what else?
Okay. Now here's what I do, Mike. This is what I do, and I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not an advocate for swishing it around. When I take a look at it, I just do this number here and take a look at that viscosity.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And when I see that, I show everybody that. It shows you the consistency of my oils, the quality of my oils. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then I bring it in for a smell, and I smell clean alcohol.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want you guys to do that, and then we're gonna try and sip on it.
All right.
Just
and again, I'm an advocate of holding it by the foot so that I'm not warming up the liquid.
Right.
And I can already see the nice.
Just look at that. That's just magnificent.
My glass is dirty too, by the way, and I can still see the pearls.
And look at the look of that.
Yeah.
The opaques, the platinums in that tequila. It's magnificent.
As we say on Sipping Off the Cuff, it's very Chinese.
Well, we need to get to sipping.
Okay, salute.
Salute.
Unbelievable. Magnificent. Lisa, I get right to the point because this is what I do for a living. I don't waste anybody's time. When my agave is in my bottle, I go right for it. Go right for it, Mike. That's magnificent.
Oh. Wow.
Can you take a look at that? I mean,
Look at the viscosity.
Just
look at
exactly.
The pearls,
I mean,
when they come down, the way they're clinging to the glass.
and you
I don't even know if you can even see that on camera, but it is lovely. We're using the wrong glassware. Some of these glasses are not clean, and this thing is just defying.
It's beating all odds.
Yeah, it's beating all odds and defying. It's so good that it doesn't matter what you pour it in. You got your shoe. I got a booth that we can pour it in. It probably tastes really good. Now I got to tell you, having had the old David Reyes. And I have had the first batch. I'm sorry, the first batch of David Reyes.
Yeah, try this again because that first one just kind of, it gets that palate ready to go. Now, how about that one? That's something.
On the first pass, I noticed the sweetness. It was much sweeter. Also, there's an aroma there. And correct me, really literally, correct me if I'm wrong. It smells like an anise, like a licorice, like. And the previous version, the that smell was not as pronounced as it is in this one. And it could be the glassware, but it's just coming to greet you. I don't smell any alcohol per se. I mean, technically, if you're using the right glassware, you should smell alcohol at the bottom, because that's where it belongs. I got no alcohol in this thing.
What's that
None.
tell you, Mike? What's that tell you? The control, the consistency of an agave that is cut at optimum.
Now, I get lip numbness. I have gum numbness and lip numbness, and I do that on purpose. That's a practice thing. You look for the gum numbness, because again, that is the purity of the spirit itself. I don't want to call it juice, because that's almost defiling it if I call it juice. You know, the nectar. And I think this is what people, when they refer back to nectar, this is probably what they're attempting to describe. This is really outstanding. It is much more pronounced. It's like it's as if you met your rock star and he was doing an acoustic. You know, you met Prince and he was doing an acoustic, and nobody said he was going to show up, right? Okay, this is through a Bose stereo system. This is really amplified.
And Mike, so
I'm getting more.
You feel when I taste it, the previous batch to this one, it's even smoother. It's a little more silky as it goes down.
And the finish is still there. There is a definite finish, that what I call the warm and fuzzy, but it's not the finish. It's almost as if the finish is an afterthought. It's like, oh wow, it is down here, but you don't feel it going all the way down. It stops right there, where it's supposed to stop. In this case.
And Mike, so now identify with these words: personality, essence.
Yes.
The nobleza del tequila.
That is really, really something. It is, yeah. It is much more pronounced. It is much more, like I say, it's the same rock star through a Bose stereo system. Like you get this nice surround sound, you know. That's what this is like.
And every tequila should be that way, based on every fill, wherever you got that agave from. You know, when this tequila,
I don't get that from every tequila. You know, I'm not. I'm getting it from David Reyes.
You know, when I was telling you about, I made a container of each one of my fills. I went to each one of those fills, Mike, and I told my boys, we're gonna cut 50 of them here. Then we're gonna jump over there. There's another 50 over there. There's this that we need over here, and that's how I did it. This one field, the best of the best. And that doesn't mean that they were better, but they were more mature to be cut at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. And that's what happened. And that's why I started getting into the purification of my fields. And that's what I just showed Paul. I've got this nurse who just turned 3 years old. Probably as big as you are. Probably weighs more than you. 3 years old. Unbelievable. So the characteristics, right? The genetics, all that does play a role. So that's why I said, your farmers, who's in charge of those farms, and definitely who's in charge of the distillers.
Well, I tell you what, I know who's in charge of Tequila, David Reyes, and it is you, man. Because congratulations, this is some. Go ahead, hang on to it. This is some stellar stuff, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a chance to sit this past your lips, you really, really must, and give it some time. Be with it. Don't shoot it. This is definitely, as you said, it's a gentleman's tequila, and a woman's tequila as well, because
sure
there's no. The sweetness on the initial pass, that first sip, that sweetness just, wow, you know, that was the first thing I noticed. And then on the second one, the second pass, was where I got more of the, like I said, the anise or the licorice, that smell.
And how about this, Mike? Right now, how do you feel? I'm feeling this.
I feel fantastic.
I'm 6'3", 240 pounds.
There's an energy that emanates from this tequila, from this agave spirit, from this spirit.
Thank you.
that I get from, I tell you what, I get it from very few tequilas, primarily lately from mezcals and everything outside of the tequila industry, you know, whatever agave spirit that is made with some great care. This is fantastic stuff, folks. You really must You must try it. You owe it to yourself to give it a try. Look at Tequila David Reyes, Tequila was it Tequila DR? TequilaDR.com. If you must taste this, look in the website, find it where you can sample it first, and then you decide whether you want a whole bottle or not, and whether you
Whether
really
you deserve it.
whether you deserve it.
And Mike, and finish this up. How do you feel right now?
I feel
These two
wonderful. I feel, it's.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that agave presence?
I feel the presence, and not only that, but I'm here with you, so it's almost like I'm absorbing David Reyes by osmosis, But you can do that too. You can do that through your senses, and this tequila is like a great horse. If you're not the greatest horseman in the world, but if you have a great horse, you look like a caballero. And this is the kind of tequila that will do that with you and for you. So my thing is, you got to try it. You folks out there got to try it. We hope to see you tomorrow at the El Cholo VIP tasting. Come on by, say hi, meet the man, David Reyes. David, thank you again for being here. Paul, congratulations, man.
Thank
You
you.
got a gem on your hands, pal.
I have the thoroughbred.
You have the thoroughbred. I'm Mike Morales for Tequila Aficionado. Thanks again.